Good day viewers, welcome to another edition of the Daily Strange Stories. I'm John Brown. I hope you've had a fantastic weekend and are feeling refreshed and ready for the week ahead. Our lead story for today. Very dangerous Zimbabwean criminal, Jabulani Moyo, who killed 2 SAPS police officers, escapes again, 1 shot dead, another arrested. He is the phantom of Gauteng, the Zimbabwean criminal who seems to laugh in the face of the law. Yesterday, in Cosmo City, in Johannesburg, police thought they had him. But Jabulani Moyo, a dangerous Zimbabwean criminal, slipped through the fingers of law enforcement once more, leaving a trail of chaos and unanswered questions. It was a high-stakes operation, with a hail of bullets, but when the dust settled, Moyo was gone. One suspect paid the ultimate price, another faces interrogation, but the man they really wanted remains at large. What drives Jabulani Moyo? Is he a criminal mastermind, or simply a product of a broken system? We explore the life and crimes of a man who has become a symbol of South Africa's struggle with law and order. Moyo, already wanted for the deaths of 2 South African police service officers back in August, managed to evade capture again, heightening the urgency of the ongoing manhunt. Authorities believe he was deeply involved in a group plotting a major business robbery, and his ability to disappear repeatedly raises serious concerns about how such figures continue to operate in Gauteng province. The story of Jabulani Moyo's first broke out on August 8, 2025, a day that marked a dark chapter for police in Roodepoort. That Friday morning, Moyo, a Zimbabwean national facing charges for a business robbery that took place in February 2023, appeared at the Roodepoort Magistrates Court. After the proceedings, 2 experienced officers from a specialized unit known as the Trio Task Team were assigned to transport him back to Boksburg prison. These officers, a sergeant and a warrant officer, were part of a team focused on tackling serious crimes like house robberies, business robberies, and car hijackings. They used an unmarked police vehicle for the journey, a routine measure to blend into traffic and avoid drawing attention. Around 10:30 a.m., as they drove along Albertina Sisulu Road in the Roodepoort Central Business District, the situation escalated rapidly. The officers came under attack, and in the ensuing struggle, they were overpowered and disarmed. The sergeant lost his life right at the scene, while the warrant officer was quickly taken to a nearby hospital, only to be declared dead upon arrival. Moyo seized the opportunity to flee, reportedly taking control of the police vehicle and driving it away. Investigators later found the abandoned vehicle just a few kilometers from where the incident occurred, but Moyo had vanished into the urban landscape of Gauteng. Questions immediately arose about how Moyo pulled off such a daring move. Authorities have considered the possibility that he did not act alone, suggesting that others might have assisted in the ambush. The firearms belonging to the officers were taken during the event, adding another layer to the investigation. Police opened cases for 2 counts of murder, and the Directorate for Priority Crime Investigation, often called the Hawks, took charge of probing the details.
But what we can confirm is that 2 of our members were shot and killed this morning at about 10:30. They are the detectives. They are attached to a Trio Task Team. One is based in Florida detectives, and the other one in Roodepoort detective. So this morning they went to fetch a suspect of business robbery who was appearing at Roodepoort Magistrate Court. So after the court appearance, then they were transporting him back to Boksburg prison. So when they were in this road, is then that they were shot and killed. For now, we are not sure if it's the very same suspect that they were transporting who shot at them, or there are other suspects that stopped our police officers. So that one is still under investigation. But what we know is that they also took both firearms of the police officers, and the suspect drove away with the vehicle of the police vehicle. It was an unmarked Toyota Corolla, but the car was later found abandoned a few kilometers from here. So the suspect is still at large. So the suspect was arrested in 2023 for a business robbery. So that is the case that he was appearing for here in Rodiport. He is a Zimbabwean national. His name is Jabulani Moyo. So that is the suspect that we are looking for, that they were transporting.
From the start, officials described Moyo as a highly dangerous individual, someone with a history that made him a top priority for recapture. A massive search operation was launched across Gauteng, with appeals going out to the public for any leads that could help track him down. In the months that followed, the manhunt intensified. By early November, the acting police minister stepped in, announcing a substantial cash reward of 150,000 rand for information leading to Moyo's arrest. This incentive reflected the growing frustration among law enforcement, as tips and sightings trickled in but failed to pin him down. Police issued repeated warnings about his potential threat, emphasizing that he should not be approached by civilians. The reward aimed to encourage anonymous reports through channels like the Crime Stop Hotline or the SAPS app, tools designed to gather community input without putting informants at risk. Then came the events of November 15, 2025, which brought the search to a boiling point in the northern parts of Johannesburg. Members of the Crime Intelligence Unit had been gathering details on a group suspected of planning a business robbery in the areas of Fairlands and Honeydew. These suspects were believed to be organizing a targeted operation against local businesses, a type of crime that has plagued the region. On that Saturday morning, fresh information pointed to the suspects being active in the vicinity, prompting officers to move in swiftly. Police spotted two vehicles that matched descriptions from their intelligence, a grey Audi and a white VW Polo. As officers approached, the suspects emerged from the cars and began firing, sparking an immediate exchange of gunfire. In the confusion, some suspects scattered on foot, while two others climbed into the white VW Polo and raced away. Undeterred, police initiated a pursuit, following the fleeing vehicle toward Cosmo City. The chase covered several kilometers, weaving through traffic and building tension as officers closed the gap. When the Polo finally halted in Cosmo City, the confrontation continued. One suspect exited the vehicle and kept up the gunfire while attempting to run, leading to another round of shots being exchanged. This individual, identified as a foreign national, was fatally wounded during the encounter and pronounced dead at the scene. The other suspect, found inside the Polo, was taken into custody without further incident. Preliminary checks revealed that the arrested person was a 14-year-old foreign national, now facing multiple charges including attempted murder and possession of unlicensed firearms and ammunition. A search of the area yielded important evidence: 2 unlicensed firearms, specifically an AK-47 rifle and a pistol, along with a supply of ammunition. These discoveries strengthened the case against the group and highlighted the level of preparation involved in their planned activities. Authorities strongly suspect that Jabulani Moyo was among the suspects who fled on foot during the initial shootout, allowing him to escape yet again. His presence in the group aligns with the intelligence that linked him to the robbery plot, suggesting he had integrated into a network of individuals willing to engage in high-risk criminal endeavors.
Yes, I can say that the police have foiled a business robbery. Because what happened basically is that our members from Crime Intelligence, they received information that there are suspects who will be committing business robbery around Honeydew and Fairlands. So our members were on a lookout or on surveillance. And this morning they got information that those suspects are around the area. And indeed, they spotted the 2 cars that matched the description of the cars given, which was a white Polo and a grey Audi. As police were approaching those cars, the suspects came out of the cars and started shooting at the police, and the shootout ensued. During that shootout, 2 of the suspects jumped into the pool and the other suspect fled on foot. The police gave chase to the pool until here at Honeydew. So when they were here at Honeydew, the car came to a stop. One of the suspects jumped out and continued to shoot at the police. And he was running away. Again, there was a shootout with the police until here where the suspect was shot and killed. So the other suspect was arrested inside the pool. So the information that we are having is that out of the gang that was planning this robbery was a suspect that we've been looking for, which is Jabulani Moyo. So remember that Jabulani Moyo is the suspect that escaped from elude custody in Roodepoort in August this year, and the warrant of arrest was issued against him. So the information was that he was one of the suspects planning to commit a robbery. So it shows that he's one of those who escaped, but we still have our members on the ground. We've got our intelligence, so we believe that we'll be able to arrest them soon. So, but as for now, Jabulani Moyo is still on the run. So here I can safely confirm that we've got one suspect that was shot and killed. We've got one suspect that we've arrested who is a 40-year-old foreign national. Yes, and the one that, according to the preliminary investigation, the one that has died, it's also a foreign national. So we've recovered 2 firearms, which is a pistol, and then the AK-47 with rounds of ammunition.
The operation in Cosmo City underscored the challenges police face when dealing with organized groups. The suspect's decision to open fire upon approach showed a readiness to confront authorities head-on, complicating efforts to apprehend them safely. With 1 dead and 1 arrested, the focus shifted to the remaining fugitives, including Moyo. Officers remained on the ground, following up on leads and intelligence, confident that arrests were imminent. The fact that both the deceased and the arrested suspect were foreign nationals added an international dimension to the case, prompting questions about cross-border criminal connections. Looking back at Moyo's background, his actions in August and November paint a picture of a calculated operator. Originally charged with a business robbery from early 2023, he had been in custody until that fateful transport from court. The ambush on the 2 officers not only freed him but also removed key witnesses to his activities. The unmarked vehicle he drove away in was a standard police asset, yet its abandonment suggested a quick switch to another means of escape, possibly prearranged. Investigators have explored whether accomplices waited nearby, ready to provide support, or a getaway option. The broader implications of these events extend to the safety of law enforcement personnel. The trio task team, to which the fallen officers belonged, specializes in disrupting patterns of serious crime, making their loss a significant blow. The Hawks' involvement ensures a thorough examination, including forensic analysis of the crime scenes and any recovered items. Public appeals continue, with police urging anyone who might have seen suspicious activities around Roodepoort or Cosmo City to come forward. Contact options remain open, from local stations to anonymous tips, emphasizing the role communities play in resolving such cases. Jabulani Moyo remains at large, a shadow figure in Gauteng's criminal underworld. His repeated escapes demonstrate a cunning ability to stay 1 step ahead, even as police resources pour into the search. The deadly outcome in Cosmo City exposes the risks involved, with 1 life lost in the pursuit of justice. Authorities hold out hope that ongoing intelligence work will lead to his capture, preventing further incidents tied to his name. What do you think law enforcement should do differently to finally capture someone as elusive as Jabulani Moyo? Share your ideas in the comments below and let's discuss how communities can help make our country safer. Thanks for watching this news bulletin. Please share your opinion in the comments section. We would be glad to read and respond to your comments. Let's meet again tomorrow in our next strange story. Wishing you a fruitful and productive week ahead.